Welcome, YouTube world. Welcome to Netta 27 Sports Channel, where today I'm talking boxing. Today's September the 24th, 2023, and this video is about my prediction for the upcoming super middleweight championship fight between Jermell Charlo, who is moving up from 154 to challenge Canelo Alvarez this Saturday night for I believe the unified 168-pound championship, which Canelo is the champion. So I would just want to give a quick prediction for this fight. It's been a long time coming, so I'm gonna give my prediction and my reasons why. It's a big fight for both fighters, and I'm gonna give my prediction. I believe Jermell Charlo, who is younger fighter, taller. I feel Jermell Charlo is more skilled, and my only question is, will he be able to carry the weight and keep his speed and bring his power with him to the Canelo fight, being that he's coming up from 154? That's my only question with Jermell Charlo. But as far as the skill set, I feel like his skill set is better than Canelo's. Um, to me, Canelo has been declining the last few years. In his last fight, which he fought pretty much a C-level fighter, he struggled. The fight went the distance, even though he did drop the guy. It wasn't an impressive victory at all for Canelo Alvarez. And this is his first real step up uh, as far as competition since he fought um, since he fought the light heavyweight. I forgot that dude's name. It escapes me. Anyway, this is his first real step up in competition. This is a big fight for Canelo. He's not fighting a C-level fighter now. Now he's fighting a level type fighter. Uh, he's gonna have to bring his A game to win this fight. But I predict Jermell Charlo will defeat Canelo Alvarez by a 12-round unanimous decision. I feel like he'll be able to use the jab effectively and counterpunch and push Canelo Alvarez back. And Canelo Alvarez at this point in his career doesn't fight very well going backwards. And he does the slip punches as well as he used to. He's more straightforward, comes forward with his hands up, really doesn't move his head a whole lot, and he's very susceptible to counter punches. So I see Jermell Charlo winning this fight and becoming undisputed 168 super middleweight champion this coming Saturday night. Um, and this really is a must win for Canelo more than it is for Jermell Charlo, because Jermell Charlo, even if he loses, he can go back down to 154. He's still the unified 154 champion as it stands right now. So, um, I'm not saying that Jermell Charlo doesn't want to win, but it's not necessarily a must win. But it's a must win for Jermell Charlo's legacy to beat a big name like Canelo Alvarez. And, Canelo Alvarez does have some cachet in the sport of boxing. At one time was the face of boxing at one time, not no longer. Um, so yeah, this is a must win for Jermell Charlo, but it's more of a must win for Canelo Alvarez because he's been ducking the Charlo brothers for the last 7-8 years to begin with. Back when Canelo was at 154, back when Canelo was at 160, he was constantly dropping belts because he didn't want to face his mandatories, which was at one time Jermell Charlo and Jermall Charlo as well at middleweight. That's Jermell's brother. So on two occasions, the last 7-8 years, Canelo has been ducking the Charlo brothers. But to his credit, he did decide to fight Jamal. I think it's Jermell. Yeah, Jermell Charlo. The other brother's Jamal. So he did at least decide to fight a Charlo brother. So give him credit to that. So this is a big fight for Canelo, and as y'all know, David Benavidez is the mandatory challenger for Canelo, and Canelo don't want no smoke with David Benavidez. So this is a must win for him because if he loses this fight, that opens the door for Benavidez to fight Charlo. Now, David Benavidez has to beat Demetrius Andrade, and that fight is November the 20th, so that's not a guaranteed win for David Benavidez. That's a 50-50 fight as well. But really, Canelo is sort of in a box. He can't go back up to light heavyweight to fight Dimitri Bivol. That's his name, Dimitri Bivol, who he lost to very convincingly a year ago. He, you know, he can't. He could try to fight him again in a rematch, but he's gonna lose once again because Dimitri Bivol is faster, more of a rangier boxer, can take Canelo's shot because he's bigger. So that's a no-win for Canelo Alvarez. So he can't take that fight. He could take the David Benavidez fight, but he claims that, oh, I don't fight Mexicans. So he's been ducking David Benavidez. So this fight right here is a big fight, a must win for Canelo Alvarez because he hasn't had no big wins in a long time. I think we can honestly say his last big win was over Gennady Golovkin, which was what 4 or 5 years ago, and that was a close fight. But he won the fight nonetheless. So that's his last big win. And in sports is basically what have you done for me lately? And lately, Canelo been fighting C-level fighters. Caleb Plant was, I say, a B- type fighter. That was a better fighter than who he fought last time. Don't even know the guy's name, but I saw the fight. But anyway, he did win that fight over Caleb Plant, which was competitive for 11 rounds before Canelo won that fight. But nonetheless, he hasn't beaten a big name fighter, a top 10 pound for pound fighter in a long time. So this win over if Canelo can defeat Jermell Charlo, this will be a big feather in his cap, and we'll see what happens. But once again, I'm picking Jermell Charlo to defeat Canelo Alvarez unanimous decision, September 30th, this Saturday, I believe in Las Vegas. Nonetheless, Jermell Charlo will be successful in defeating Canelo Alvarez. Too much length, too much range, and I think possibly a little too much punching power that Canelo Alvarez is going to have to respect. He can't just he's not just going to be able to go in and walk Jermell Charlo down without having to go through some punches and having to defend what's coming at him. He Canelo. Only way Canelo win this fight is if he can work the body effectively, use his jab, and move his head. But he doesn't move his head hardly at all. And maybe it's because he's been in the game and his reflexes have slowed, and he's more hittable now. He's more hittable now, and he's more susceptible to counter shots. And once again, Jermell Charlo, taller fighter, rangier fighter, and he should be able to keep Canelo at bay, use his range, his jab, and his counterpunching ability, and to get Canelo's Alvarez respect early, which will be keys for Jermell Charlo to win the fight. And I pick it once again, Jermell Charlo to win the fight. 12-round unanimous decision. That's all I got. Feel free to leave your comments. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you agree with this content. But that's all I got for right now. We'll be back with some more stuff in the near future. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good weekend, a good day. Peace.